Welcome back to the Fantasy Zone, where we talk everything fantasy football. Before the break, I told everybody to start Ronnie Hillman. And before the break, Jason said he was going to have one for us too. So what do you got?
I got three.
Oh, you got three.
I got three.
Overachiever.
No, it's just that, I mean, the NFL is so running back by committee. I really think people that play fantasy football could use a lot of help at running back. I know I can. You picked Hillman. That's a good choice. I'm going to take Anderson, who runs with him. Anderson had a little bit more yards than Hillman in the Broncos win against the Packers, and but he had a touchdown. And he started to show the form that he had at the end of last season. I think he's a power runner. He actually had a 20-yard run. I like Anderson to do well. I like a T.J. Yeldon to get lots of touches. And again, touches mean good things. And
I'm the opposite on Yeldon.
Well, okay, one of us will be right, and one of us will be wrong. And I understand where you come from. The Jets' defense is solid. But he's getting a lot of touches. With touches come opportunity. One missed tackle, one blown coverage. They also throw to T.J. Yeldon out of the backfield, so you get reception yards. I like T.J. Yeldon. And the other one I like, it was at the tip of my tongue, unconventional, again, would be, well, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it. I had a third one in my mind. It'll come when it comes to me. I'll tell you what it is.
Okay. So for wide receiver, I picked him up on my waiver wire last week, and it is Eric Decker against Jacksonville.
Boy, he's been in the discussion a lot, hasn't he?
Oh, he has. He has. I mean, the last couple of weeks, he's just been on fire.
Do you think they should have sat Fitzpatrick for the comeback of who was the guy that had his face busted in the beginning?
Geno Smith.
Yeah. They played Geno Smith. He played terrible.
Yeah, well, Geno Smith has never really played well. I mean, he had moments of brightness, but he's never.
See, I liked Eric Decker when Fitzpatrick was throwing the ball because Fitzpatrick managed the game. True. He didn't throw it away. I think Geno is rusty. I don't think he has the chemistry with Eric Decker. Normally, I like that pick. If they start Fitzpatrick, I agree with you. If they don't, I don't like that.
That's true. And for those of you who don't know, Geno Smith was the starting quarterback for the Jets, and in December of last year, he got punched in the face by his own teammate and broke his jaw. Yeah, so.
My stardom at wide receiver would be Crabtree for the Raiders.
Really?
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, you should start believing. I mean, I've been on Carr. I think he's wonderful. I've been on Amari Cooper. Of course, Amari Cooper's he's started in every league. There's no way he's on anybody's waiver line. Crabtree is. He's been mediocre at best. He had a great game. He started to come alive the game before that. He's a target. They're going to double Amari Cooper. He's going to be open. He's going to get hopefully 9 to 15 targets in a game. Mm-hmm. And Raiders are playing the Steelers. Steelers defense is a little suspect. So I like Crabtree at wide receiver.
I might be a little biased because I don't like Crabtree as a person, but
well, it's not. Again, it's not.
It's true.
No, about that.
But I feel that he's very he overrates himself. Is his problem.
Well,
He thinks he's better than he is, and a lot of people think he's better than he is. But you're right on this aspect of it, where he is probably a good pickup, especially on the waiver wire or something like that.
I mean, he'll be there. I mean, he'll be on a lot of leagues. He'll be there.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, so for tight end, I have Jordan Reed. I don't see why you should ever sit that guy.
Who is the Rams tight end again?
Cook.
Let's start Cook. They're playing against the Vikings. The Rams are going to listen. I said it last week. I said the best kept secret is the Rams defense. The Rams are a good football team, and Vikings are solid. But I see Cook getting some action. I think Cook might get 50 to 60 yards, and hopefully a TD for you. So.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that one. Okay, so your starting defense this week.
Why don't you go with that first? Well, there's a couple I would start, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, mine's kind of obvious, I think, but it's the Jets. It's the Jets against Jacksonville. I think it's by far the start of the week. Jacksonville, I mean, again, you don't think of Jacksonville as a strong offensive team in general or a strong defensive team in general, but they play well enough and they're aggressive well enough that I think that the Jets are going to get enough takeaways to score big on your defense.
I think if the Rams are there, I already talked about it before, people would be afraid to play him because of Adrian Peterson running for the Vikings, but they're good. They're very good. And I like the Rams. It's really, of course you could start the Falcons against the 49ers, which is the 49ers offense is just anemic. I would
The
start.
49ers themselves are just terrible.
I would start the Pahrump Valley High School team against the 49ers offense. So I like the Rams. I like the Falcons. I see some pretty high-scoring games this week. I want to say the Broncos, but there's no way the Broncos are on your waiver line.
Well, no. Well, we're not on waiver. We're just on start 'em, sit 'em right now.
Well, start the Broncos then if you have them.
If you have them, obviously. Okay, so we're going to do a quick sit 'em for the first little bit. I have sit Andrew Luck against the Broncos. Listen to me. I was right last week about Aaron Rodgers. Andrew Luck is not Aaron Rodgers. Sit him.
I actually agree with you. You have him. You probably draft him in the first 3 rounds. And he's been disappointing all season. You saw what the most elite defenses in the league did to Rodgers. They're going to do.
Here we go.
They're going to do a lot more to Luck. So it hurts. Sit him. There's other options. You're going to get more points out of the 32 starting quarterbacks. 29 are going to get more points for you than Andrew Luck will.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, and I think we're ready for another break. So we'll be right back and have more for your sit 'em.